Welcome, friends. OG Murpay here with you. We're going to be running some Pathfinder 2nd Edition, playing some TTRPGs. This is a totally homebrewed setting, and the rule set is a little bit homebrew also. For example, I really like Advantage, which does not exist in Pathfinder, so I just stole it. And there's all kinds of shit like that. So if following the rules is going to be something that you need to have happen, this is probably not the stream for you. Lots of interpretation here. But we are in the middle of combat. We're about to wrap some stuff up. There's a large party, 7 players plus myself, 8 of us total. I am the only one on screen, but you will hear the voices of everyone, all of my friends and companions, adventuring party. They will not be behaving themselves. I pretty much guarantee it. So no offense is ever intended. Hopefully none is taken, but this is not a politically correct, particularly... these guys, I mean, we're a bunch of dudes in their 30s. They're going to be, they're like drinking at home, you know. So full disclosure there. If you're particularly sensitive to certain topics, this may not be the stream for you. All the warnings are there for a reason. All right. All that crap is done. Let's play some game. Let's do it. All right,
Still
guys.
spotty.
I'm live. Hey, Stover. Great. We're here.
Hey.
Love that. We shot the gap a little bit. And here we are. So here we are, guys. Last week, you guys started with Galfast being ambushed by some, elves with jet black skin and white hair. And he survived that. You killed them all. You chatted for a little while, found some money on them, and dove deeper into the caves where they were waiting for you. You're in the process of mopping up the last few of those that were lying in wait, not really knowing the size, scope, or scale of these caves that you're in, other than the fact that they seem to be like narrow corridors connecting like larger areas. For example, this was the first spot where it all opened up, where the ambush was laid, and then Banjo finds himself in another kind of like large intersection here. They're all stone walls. You guys have traveled long and hard to be here. You guys have been adventuring for a while. So let's get started. And you guys can just tell me what your fucking characters think about life. Are they happy? Are they sad? Do they like having friends? Do they not like being underground? I don't know. The choice is yours. Captain Planet. Tyler, you get to start us off.
Tess generally doesn't really care that much that we're here. He sees a lot of arrows, a lot of swords, a lot of, creatures, not a ton of innate magical power. So he's generally just kind of along for the ride at this point.
He's got a fun rock, though.
Yeah, he found a thing. He took a sigil off a dude last time. We'll see what happens, maybe that will pique his interest, but the party seems generally a little apprehensive about said rock. So
But rock's rock.
maybe he'll look more into it in his free time.
Love that. Pick a target.
Anthony.
How did I know? Simone feels kind of alive right now. Especially because Simone generally always has Wilb to back him up, but right now it's too close quarters, for him to have Wilb out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of side by side with Kythar, hunting these, I guess as a DM question, me as an elf, would I know of Drow or a little about him?
So I was thinking about that, and I had you guys make some rolls over the last, not one, but 2 sessions. And you guys just sucked. I just couldn't give you anything. But yeah. You bring up a good point that as an elf, you would see some of yourself in this thing, right? So I guess to answer that question, I would have to ask you what Simone's upbringing was like. How did he get his education? Where did he gain knowledge in general?
His knowledge was on the back of a merchant cart. So he was going from town to town, place to place, with with his parents on a caravan. Sorry, a piece of rice was back of my throat. On the back of a caravan, trading with different types of people, different types of different species, Generally always trying to be diplomatic because he doesn't really care about the color of your skin, what race you are. He just cares about the gold in your pocket.
I love that. He probably, honestly, I mean, he would think that they are some. He would probably think they are some like exotic elf. Like he would probably identify them as elves. I don't.
Okay.
I don't think that he would. I do have a little bit more to say about that. Eva just came in here to let me know that there is water all over my bathroom floor. So I am just gonna kind of like trust you guys to do this and like make it through yourselves. Keep talking about your characters. I'm really hoping that by the time you get done, I'll be back and ready to go. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
So Anthony,
I'm picking. Yeah, I'm picking Chris.
All right. So Rowan is really wanting to be done with the fighting because he's noticed there's some funguses growing in the cave and there's a little bit of lichen here and there. And he's really curious to see and talk to it and just get to know what all this plant life in the caves have been doing in the dark, and just wants to hang out with the cave fungi. But that's what Rowan's thinking about right now. And then my victim will be Soto.
Victor.
Ithar happy to smash. Joseph.
Reed is definitely very like. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Reed is definitely very motivated to kind of see this adventure through. Super nervous about the dragons and all the crazy shit that we're probably gonna have to face. Like wondering how we're gonna actually do that because I feel like we kind of skated by last time. But he feels pretty close to the issue, especially with all the dragons. We know that Onyxia was last seen with Iomade, so he feels very kind of close to the issue, and he wants to see it through and have those questions answered.
So because it's close to your god, you feel like you have like a duty to see this through, kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Not like he's the chosen one to be there, but like he's playing a small part in a bigger picture, I guess.
Do you feel some sort of divine touch whenever you do things, or like some sort of what's it called? When you're like you feel like your guidance, you're guided by some sort of divine presence.
Oh yeah, I mean we've regularly touched base with Iomade. Iomade is the one who did the summoning circle to get us out of the Isilde.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I probably have the name wrong, but
no, I think you're right. Yeah. I just assume, as Simone would just assume, it's like, oh, this is just what paladins and all them. This is what they do. They just talk to their god all the time.
I mean that's definitely true, but like now I actually have real questions, things to ask and try and get done. There's a mystery here that I'm trying to piece together. My next victim will be Aaron. Have you gone yet? Aaron, you are up.
Yeah, Galfast is excited to be out of the city. He spent most of his time grubbing around, on heavily packed streets. So just being out of the city and in the wilderness and these caves is kind of exciting for him. He also spent a lot of time with very untrustworthy people for the past 60 years. So he's finally, with a group that he thinks he can trust. So that's new for him. But he still has a mind for smuggling. So being in these tunnels, he's like, oh, this is like what's going on here? Is this like, can we move goods through this area kind of thing?
Like, what's the angle, right?
Yeah. Like, oh, this is under the city, you said. Okay.
Is he keystering anything as we speak?
I love that keystering. I know. Wait for him to sneeze and you'll find out. that? What's the drug in this again called? Fuck, I have it written down.
It's called Sorcerer's Smile, I think, right? Sorcerer's Grin, maybe?
They also sell drugs called Aberath.
Oh.
Or maybe that's the official name. Yeah, I think sorcerers. Anyway, now I'm just filibustering. Who's next? Stover. I think you're the last one.
Yeah. Arthur's up for an adventure, but he's like, we have a perfectly good ship, and now we're in a rocky cave in a confined space. So he's wondering when we'll get to whatever the end of this tunnel leads to. So he probably has some level of anticipation and anxiety. It's not like spelunking isn't exactly his forte. So yeah, he's looking forward to finding out whatever the heck is at the end of the cave and achieving the objective.
Would you say that he's more of a destination guy and less of a journey guy?
Really funny because the guy's like on the ship all the time. So he's like, when we get there, let me know. We'll actually, do something.
I always assumed you were a it belongs in a museum kind of guy. So I thought like spelunking was, your thing.
Well, I mean, he's got the Indiana Jones kind of hat, but I mean, in terms of what he did, I mean, the guy stayed at a university. He's been on a ship. So he's done the cannery work and the rigging. He usually is trying to find something to do. So like when we went to the old city to find the helmet, and he's like trying to find food, or he's trying to start a fire, or he's just there's always something he's putting his mind to, because he just wants to be there. So that's Arthur. He's on the hunt for he's hunting. He wants that final destination, but it's just not quite there yet.
I don't know if I ever asked you, but what did he teach? Like, what was he a professor of?
I was thinking the same thing.
Experimental firearms. So, because muskets and stuff are not exactly common. So, he's like, well, cannons are a little more common. So, he showed the students how to do that sort of thing. So, you might have some dwarf students that would be coming in to learn how to use gunpowder for the first time, or maybe the elves you might have some elf students that have no concept of gunpowder whatsoever, and then just taking the class is like an elective, like that. You can take this boring literature class, or you can take experimental firearms for the same units, and it would count for this.
And it includes all of the chemistry behind black powder and pressure, whatever in a rifling and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and there were like more advanced classes for like the people who were gonna like really take it on into their profession. And he enjoys mentorship. He enjoys being able to get newer students involved and get them involved with the University of Newcastle and New Birmingham. So one day he wouldn't mind taking some of those same acolytes, so to speak, and getting them integrated in another university. But he likes the University Castle in New Birmingham. It's a good place.
Nice. Sounds like David's water bathroom problem is more severe than we thought.
It's escalating.
I know.
Soon he's going to have Soto holding the flashlight.
Oh, shit.
Oh, he has even for that shit.
Yeah, you're still next door, right, Soto?
A good 100 feet away. That's what the court order says.
Is there a school by, or?
Oh, God.
Really? We're on fucking live Twitch. Oh
my gosh. I'm so sorry.
Fucking moron.
So wait, so then there's not a school within 100 feet of what you're saying.
Not allowed to lie, actually.
Clip it. You're not allowed to. I know.
You fucking asshole.
You have to tell me if you're a cop.
For the record.
Actually, I'm Border Patrol, so let's go.
Oh God.
No schools. No one's hurt.
Full jurisdiction, 200 miles of any border.
Until that's Trump.
Let's get into it. I'm just kidding.
Wait, this is actually a good opportunity. So Galfast, like, can you go into like
Huge
some of the
Trump supporter.
really
Got the red cap.
ultra conservative type?
But his mouth is just a graveyard in an earthquake.
So who screwed him over in the past to make him like behave this way?
Oh man, we could go down a rabbit hole, but it's just going to get bad. What was your actual question?
Oh, like, so you mentioned how he's been like screwed over by people, and you're like skeptical of like, oh, we're underneath this city. I wonder what bad things are going to happen.
Yeah, he's not skeptical of that, and you'd have to ask him in character, I think.
Okay, so Arthur would have to come up to him and be like, so, why the long face?
It's genetic. No, I like it here.
Oh, really? You want me to start a fire and just, camp out for a little bit?
I just love the fresh air. These are good smuggling tunnels.
Just that torch-like smell of coal and the fumes coming off of the ore.
I have a question. Chris, has Rowan ever had any trauma done to him whatsoever? Because he seems like one of those guys that have just grew up in like a, you were homeschooled, never really had any conflict before. Like, you're just so trustworthy, like you give trust easily to people is what I'm trying to say, seemingly.
Yeah, there's not been. He hasn't really had to deal with too much trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And the few times that he might have experienced trauma, he didn't recognize it and assumed it was just some friends that showed up that he was going to hang out with until they got put into chains.
Oh, God.
And even then, he didn't know what was going on. So
he's just like, oh, okay, cool. What are we playing?
Where are we going?
It's a little gullible.
Oh, yeah.
Just gullible.
That's funny.
Okay. Yeah, talking about the sea creatures. Yeah, that definitely was one of my favorite points of Rowan's gullibility. Oh, wow. Cool fish.
That's funny.
What's Simone like? Do you have any like stories about like some of like those ships that we were on? Like, do you like? Oh, there was this one time where they got into some trouble, or they like did some crazy adventure.
Yeah, I was trying to buy one of the ships from Port Saucus, right? And it was owned by this gnome wizard who kept telling me stories of how it saved the world, and there was this adventuring group that killed this undead dragon at the bottom of the ocean, and blah blah blah. And one of them's a god now, and it didn't make any sense to Simone. So he was like, he thought the old wizard was just trying to jack up the price. You know what I mean?
Did it have a captain? Did the ship come with a captain?
Yeah. It did have a crew. I didn't get the name. Just the captain kept talking about towers. That's all he kept talking about. But the owner was this like kooky, old gnome that just would not, he was just constantly yapping about how that vessel saved the world, and I'm gonna have to pay a pretty gold piece for it.
No proof. Just telling the story.
Yep, just telling the story. Something about some other evil wizard that made a deal with some undead god. I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me.
I'm about to
Definitely
say,
spinning the
this is a
yarn.
plot I don't recognize. So
We started asking stories about our characters while we're waiting for you.
got you. Well, I appreciate you guys entertaining yourselves. I'm assuming everybody got a shot?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Then for the video that this is creating after the fact, I appreciate you guys filling the airtime. So little good news, bad news. Good news is we do get to play tonight. Bad news is I got to end early because I have to run some diagnostic shit in my bathroom before Home Depot closes at 10 in case I have to go buy a new toilet. So we'll probably end the session around 9, which means we will probably go without our break, and we'll just kind of power through. So if you need to go to the bathroom, please, be as quick about it as you can, knowing that you're only gonna have to get to about 9 o'clock tonight. Okay, cool. Okay, hold on. I gotta get back in character. I like switch into maintenance mode. You know what I mean? I was like, crisis, water on the ground. What do I have to do? Okay, we're in the world of Almina. You guys are an adventuring party. You're in some caves. You've got like musty smell in your nostrils. The scent of blood is now thick in this place because of the battle. Yeah. Some of you guys are like seeing these things for the first time. You don't even know. You literally don't even know what the fuck you're fighting. You're in a strange land. Yeah. All right. So here you guys are. We're just gonna jump right into it. We're in the middle of combat. You guys won initiative, so you will get to start us off here. If I have surviving bad guys, they'll get a turn after you. But you guys are mid-combat. Talking is always free. I know not all of you can see everybody, and that is by design. Take it away.
Down the hall, get them!
Where's the rest?
I can't I don't even see you guys, so I don't know.
I'm gonna be like, Kaita, the puto ran this way, and I'm gonna be pointing further down the hall as she, the dark elf, ran away in that direction.
Puto Kaitar is gonna run in that direction. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I saw somebody. Get him.
Huh.
Oh, buddy. People down there.
Okay. And you pointed down this hallway?
Yeah, I was like pointing that direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that would be obvious to your characters. Which hallway at least you're pointing down.
20,
Is that a door right
25.
there?
Now, remind me, Kythar, are you walking around with a light source?
Low light vision.
You've got low light vision. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure if I remember correctly, we turned on torches before we got into.
At least one of you has a torch.
I think Kythar did. I could be wrong. Simone, so I'll just do mine quickly. Simone's gonna walk down to the edge of the hallway here, and he's gonna point. He's gonna call out the location of this drow and be like, "Down this hallway, putos!" And I'm gonna yell and point at the drow. And I'm also gonna yell to the party, "Take her alive! Don't kill her, fool!" And I'm going to cast Paralyze.
You can cast Paralyze.
Yeah.
Then I will target the person I need to target, hit the will save, and that's a DC 27. She's got a modifier of 12, so that's a 15 or higher. That's not great. That's not great odds for her. Here we go.
I really hope.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer.
Of course. Of course.
So I'm gonna run up.
She is still stunned 1. That is still a
Yeah.
that's still an effect. And she was
So,
already stunned 1, so she's actually stunned 2 now.
That's 2 actions, and then I'm gonna grapple her.
I believe grab is the Pathfinder second edition term for that. And by doing so, you perform an athletics check against her athletics DC, which is not that high. So go ahead and make an athletics check, and while I'm looking up what that number is.
I can make mine really easy for you. I'm gonna use all of my actions to move here.
I'm gonna use my hero point and reroll.
Perfect. Since you literally rolled a 1, that's probably a good idea. That's going to succeed. Let me find the grabbed condition, and I will give that to her. Grabbed.
I'm gonna yell to Simone, I got the bitch.
Iomade wouldn't approve of that language.
He's still learning. He's still going through baptism.
Just don't kill her, fool. We need information.
No shit. Why do you think I didn't use a hammer?
He says as he accidentally squeezes the life out of her neck.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was hugging her neck.
It's like a cartoon where her eyes are all bulging out.
I went up to her. I was like, "Come on, give me a hug. Where's my hug at?"
What's of Mice and Men where he accidentally squeezes the mouse
Just
too
gonna
hard?
say that. Great pull. Great pull. Literary pull.
The audience wouldn't even remember what the fuck, or he didn't even read it. All right, so that's all my three. That's my 3 actions right there.
That's my 3 actions as well.
Great.
Sounds like that's Reed's 3 actions as well, too,
Correct.
right?
I've used all my actions. I can go no further.
That leaves Galfast.
That leaves the hallway crew.
That
leaves the hallway crew.
Galfast is gonna go take a look, see what there's to see.
I'm just gonna cast Flashing Dust on that dude if I can.
I mean, target it, do the thing. I'll roll whatever I got to roll. If you're making attack rolls, you can all do that through the program.
I don't know. Can you? Can I go to the bathroom?
Then I'll cast Shield on myself.
Cool.
And that's it. Those are my 3 actions.
I'll go next. We're targeting. So Kythar. Okay, I see the Kythar. Was that one grappled? I'll target the one in the middle, and Banjo is going to dig.
Dig.
I'm gonna use
makes the ground unsteady, right?
Yeah, it doesn't do much, but it is cool.
Would you put it in chat just so that I can reference it when I need to?
Yep.
Dig, yep.
So until the start of my next turn, he can't use his step, and it is difficult terrain. So
great.
Not ideal for him there. A little bit of a bummer.
Oh, my shoes!
And it's one square all around you, Banjo?
That's a good question.
Is that right?
Let me take my shots, and then when everybody else is taking their turn, I'll get the details.
Please, thank you. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. He actually should not have cover 2 anymore, so let me pull that from him. Missed by 9. Cover wouldn't have made a difference.
Okay. But the first... So I have 1 hit?
You have 1 hit. Yeah. And it doesn't move the hit to a crit, so it doesn't change that either.
And there's the ouchie.
Great. Let me apply the ouchie. Ouchie. Great.
Rowan's gonna, seeing everybody trying to capture everybody, he's gonna move forward, and he's gonna cast Tangle Vine on the dude drow, or the dude elf guy.
Probably a good call. Go for it. Okay, so you just roll an attack roll. So just make sure you target him and hit the attack button.
Okay.
Ooh, on the nose enough for an attack. But it's a regular success. Wait. Yeah, so it's a regular success, I guess, because you hit.
Yeah.
Unless it. Hold on, give me a second.
The nose.
Minus critical success. Yeah, okay, so regular success. -10 circumstance penalty to its speeds for 1 round. So he's slower.
Mhm.
Got it.
And then that's all my actions.
Cool. Sounds good. Are we done?
Arthur's gonna take a hint, and he'll just take a stab at the guy in front of him.
Okay. You are adjacent, so if you want to switch your weapon into slicing mode instead of hitting, I don't know, because I know you have a gun sword, so just make sure you hit the right button for the melee attack.
Yeah, the button that's below the shoot button.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know how it works.
I think that's called a trigger.
Oh, this guy.
Womp womp.
Well, it makes sense. The guy doesn't normally do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You see Arthur just like try and fuck you.
Batting him away.
But he trips on the corpse right in front of him and doesn't quite. Yeah. Sword slashes the air right in front of the drow.
This is more my dad's forte. God bless his soul.
I forgot this is your dead parents character. I forgot.
Yeah.
Everybody makes one eventually. Is that it? Do you have more actions?
That's it. That's it.
That's my backstory, Stover.
Hey!
Well, he perished in battle, so.
See, if I was a smart, I would have been thinking about what I want to do before I got to my
Sigbert,
turn.
too.
But I did not fucking think about that. Fuck. What the oh, wait, no, I don't do that one. Do this one. Could just keep track of the spells I've actually cast. Yeah, okay. God, she only has one action. This guy, his speed is slowed. Okay. All right. Actually, first we'll recap. Let me see here. Reed did some repositioning. Kythar and Simone worked together?
Yeah.
What? Is that correct? Did that just happen? I'm pretty sure it did. And
In battle, Kythar is a decent teammate. So in battle,
love that. So you guys are attempting to capture, which is very interesting, and they're gonna sense this shift. Also, you're literally yelling about capturing them.
Yes. Yeah.
It's overt, yes.
Pretty
know
blatant
common.
about it.
So they know comments, so that's good.
The drow that is wrapped
a good
up
point,
in Rowan's vines, which literally like sprout out of the fucking stone ground, like it just like splits it. End of the world, the earth is reclaimed, city style, and like wrapped up. This guy partially. Yeah, go for it.
So since I grappled her first, and then the vines came around, does that mean I'm also grappled by the vines?
No,
I vined the other person.
Yeah, this guy is vined. There's not a. This guy is the one who's vined. So.
Gotcha. Okay, so I was just confused.
So they're on separate deals. This guy turns to the drow and says in a pretty like forceful, panicked isn't the right term, but the kinds of tones you would expect generals to take when battle is not going their way. Transcends language, right? Turns to the female drow, Shafla, and all of you who have Elvish as a language that you speak. I'm gonna lower the DC. I'm gonna lower the DC for you guys specifically. You're the only ones who can make this attempt. But go ahead and make me a society check, please. Here. And as a reminder, those are, I believe, blind rolls. You don't know how good you are at society. You think you're great at society. So keep that in mind.
I'm pretty good at this.
Oh, I know so much about society.
High society.
From the sheet, I think there's 4 of you who speak Elvish. The sheet doesn't tell me who they are, but I believe there are 4 of you who speak Elvish.
If you click on the party under the actors and you click open sheet, it says all of our...
Right, but it doesn't break... Oh, it does break. If you hover, it does break it down. So that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Arthur, Atesk, Rowan, and Simone can all make a society check if they like.
Yeah, I'll make a society check.
I see, Atesk, you rolled a survival check instead of a society check?
Did I?
You did.
Oops.
Did I?
Did not mean to. I thought I clicked on it. I can't see. It just says I rolled some dice privately.
Fair.
Maybe that's the right one?
That is the right one. And wow, good for you, man. Oh man, we're not. I'm glad we're starting off with our shitty rolls on a society check, I guess is what I'll say.
Okay, good.
Atesk, you are probably the only one who can like pick out the similarities of the language, and it's no accident that you're also the one who has like spent the most time with his nose buried in books. However, it doesn't mean that you've actually heard any of this before. So like you're like hearing words for the first time that you've seen written down, and you know, you're getting one of those like, I speak Italian, but you speak Spanish, and we can probably find some common ground experiences here, where you are able to make out, you know, the word priestess, but like the like prefix on it has like ownership of it. Like it's like my priestess. Like, you know, like there's some kind of like affiliation or like kinship, or there's like an attachment that you don't have the language for, but like the term priestess is common enough that it comes across the same in both of these languages here. I will say that you don't know what language that is, or where it originates from, just that it is, you know, very close to Elvish. The rest of you can pick out that this sounds Elvish, even if those of you who don't speak the language. Like that would be the closest thing that we have. You know how like when comedians and actors like make up gibberish in a language, they can do that because they know what it sounds like. Like you guys have that same experience. You're like, these guys are speaking Elvish, probably, right? But Atesk, you're the only one who makes out anything concrete from that.
You're gonna Simonio, what the fuck? Their dialect's all wrong, fool. And then I'm gonna be like, it's Ithachat, and I'm gonna say something in
There
English.
There you go. I love that.
They're just speaking the formal Elvish. I guess it would be you speaking the formal Elvish,
Yeah,
right?
I know. I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is some bastardized version of my language, fool. It actually kind of pisses me off.
Try to kill it.
Both groups thinks the other one is speaking in slang.
It's like the Spanish versus Mexicans.
Atos will just shout down the hallway. Is there a priestess down there? I can't really see.
Kythar, Reed, Arthur, Galfast, all see, as Atesk says the word priestess, the female drow like kind of shoots like a glare at the one that's wrapped up in vines, at the other one.
Kaitar notices, like, oh, we got her. This bitch.
That is not gonna do it. He'll use a second action.
She can certainly try.
And third action. Wow, look at this.
Sure. Come on.
Because he doesn't care about his life. He does not give a shit about that was a 4, a 3, and a 4 on all three of his actions to try to break his priestess free, which he is completely unable to do. Leaves the priestess with one action, and I don't think that she has any like spells that she can offer that are going to make the difference on that. So despite the fact
she only has one action, right?
She only has one action, and she can't use any movement-based actions. So I think literally the only thing she can do is attempt her own escape check. So you got to give me a second. Because her stat block literally doesn't have her athletics on it. I got to go reference it against the other guys and probably cut it in half because she's a priestess. Give me a second here.
Oh no, I got her full Nelson. My fucking legs wrapped around. Hers is like full spiel.
Oh yeah, and
I
she's only going to get one shot. Like I really don't think anything short of like an 18, 19, or 20 is going to do it for her. But let me see here. The warden has.
She might pull like a Black Widow and do like this Krog Maga on you, and like.
Yeah, the warden's got a 14. He's got a 15. So I think it's fair to give her a 7, maybe an 8.
She has a bracelet that fucking shocks
And
the shit out of
so
me.
that's what I'm going to give her. So if she's got an 8, then that's all I'm going to add to it is an 8. I'll just make that a public roll. You guys can all see what this looks like. So
I gotta add.
It'll be this number. Here, I can even do that. I can add the 8 onto it. Boom. So what is your athletics DC, Kythar? What's your athletic skill? Plus 10.
31.
31. So even on a natural 20, she literally can't hit a 31.
Let's go.
I'm
Don't DM it.
I'm gonna say that she'd try anyway. Like she doesn't know that.
That was almost 16. Fuck.
So it's all right. It wouldn't have made a difference. So literally, these two spend their entire like turn thrashing around, trying to get free. She is no longer stunned. She is still immobilized. She's no longer off. Oh, she is off guard from the grab. The drow used all of his stuff trying to break her free. Yeah, so these guys are both just like thrashing against Kythar with all their might. But Kythar's got this like grip on the priestess, and the guy like can't make his way through the fucking vines to get to him. And this just gives you guys the opportunity to essentially like completely encircle them. And I think in good conscience we need to run one more round of combat, but then even if they're not dead, I think you guys will have them where we can just go back into free action. So it is your guys' turn. Spend your actions wisely. You're very close to victory.
I'm just going to continue to grapple. I'm going to ask the group, is like, should we kill him? Or
I
should we
Keep
go
them
off?
both alive if we can.
I think you can pin her, right? Or is that
I think that's
only the
next,
first one?
I think that's the next step is pinning. Yeah.
Yeah. Which
so
is
it's
then
just another athletics check.
We have never gotten this far, so give me a second. Pin.
let's see.
No, it's not called pinning. It's called something else.
What about pinned?
Let's see.
SmackDown Raw. Monday Night SmackDown.
Oh, I think it's maybe like force prone. Might be.
Oh, is that what it is?
Drop prone? Or prone?
No, You know what? We'll homebrew it. If you can beat her athletics DC, I'll just give her the prone fucking condition. Fuck it. We're playing an imagination game. Make an athletics check.
Do it live.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'll give her prone right fucking now.
Okay. I'm gonna put my knee. Nope. Not gonna say that out loud. Nope. We're unrecorded. Nope.
We are streaming, as a reminder. But it is, I hear what you're saying. We're also playing in a fantasy world, and like, Kythar's a big dude. Like, if you would use your knee to keep her pinned, I mean, I don't think that we're being insensitive by. That's how human bodies work, like.
Yeah, it's my knee's gonna be on her back.
On her back. There you go. Yeah. I'm about to say you can pin her on her chest. It makes you feel better, man, and have her, like looking up at you instead. But
she's eating dirt right now. That's,
she's eating dirt.
I'm
All right,
now trying to get spit at.
All right, solid. So she's fucking eating dirt. It's only one of your actions. You're just gonna hang out, keep her pinned.
Oh, fuck, I don't know at this point. Do I just sit on her? Just like look up to the group, have a conversation? No, I'm just gonna keep her fucking pinned down to the ground. I'm not gonna fuck with the dude that's being grappled by magical tentacle vines that might turn into something else. Rated
Heyo.
MA.
It's an adult stream. You never know what'll happen.
Yeah, Rowan, what's it gonna
We're all
happen
just
next?
watching.
Simone's gonna stride. Oh, okay, that's what he's talking about now. Because Simone had no idea what was going on up until he moved up, and we go. Oh, that's the puto they're talking about. I'm gonna take a look. Can I do a perception check on this guy's face to see if he's like exacerbated that she's grappled? Like, is he like visibly upset, or is he like?
Yeah, he's 100% focused. Like, despite the fact that there are 4 other humans, or 6 other beings within 10 feet of him, he is solely focused on Kythar and the priestess. Also,
Gotcha.
Kythar, you're not adjacent to the priestess. Did you move? Did I move?
No.
There you go.
No.
I'm about to say, just make sure we're all accurate here.
Yeah, I thought it was like more around. Probably right there would be more.
Cool, solid.
Okay. And then I am going to attempt to intimidating glare the man.
Cool. Target him.
The
Roll it.
man. Yeah. Right there. Demoralize. Intimidation.
Nice. That is a success. Big success. Frighten.
All right. So if it's frighten 1.
Boom. There it is.
Gotcha. And yeah, I'm gonna have like my eyes go blue, and like you're gonna see like the fat. Like I use my summoning skills to kind of like rip the fabric of reality around him, And then I guess with that being one action, I'm going to. I guess I will just use needle darts on this guy.
Cool.
Cast that. It'll just be regular, nothing special.
Sweet.
And I will make 1 attack on him. Hey!
Solid. Roll your damage. I'll apply it.
Roll damage. Hey!
Hold on.
Oh, you did it to the priestess.
I know, but I mean, you can see it on my screen. He's fucking targeted. I just gave him frightened. He's fucking targeted. Yeah, I know. It's alright. I got it.
Let me try.
What the fuck?
He still did to the. Here, let me try. Let me try if you don't mind. Oh, I did it to myself. Okay. It's right there. Damage. It's still pointing at me. What the heck?
That's what I'm saying.
I have the guy targeted.
I'm gonna reload on my side. I don't know if it's gonna change anything. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it on my side too.
Okay, so great. We're there. There's a huge yellow area of effect down for something. I think I can clear those.
I think I accidentally put that on when I was trying to measure.
There we go. Now I can select him. Damage. It's not doing it. Oh, select at least 1 token. He's selected. Oh, this guy. Sorry. Oh my gosh.
Here, let me try now
the
that
heck?
I've reload. I actually can't click him even. Like,
I wonder
I can't
if
click
the
him.
server's
Being wonky.
being
A
wonky.
little wonkadonk.
Server's fine.
Is there a way to hard reboot the server? Do I need to go to a
In a
menu
way-
and do something?
Let me see
how do
here.
we
Hold
submit
on.
a ticket? Is there like a...
I think the guy who's running the server is trying to save money, even though
You
I
want
gave
me
him
to
money for
reboot the server?
Yeah.
He's just trying to. He's trying to profit
hold
off
on.
this.
Wait.
Oh, okay. There you go.
No, you took it. No, I got it. No, yeah.
No,
he's good. Yeah,
adaptable
there we go.
draw. Yeah, he's good. All right, cool.
All right, there we go. 2 reloads. Just still you guys' turn. I'm not tracking it.
Are we?
Yep, that's Simone's turn.
Are we trying to kill him, or do you want me to grapple this one too?
I mean, but we only need 1 of them, fool.
Read what will Iomade say.
I can't kill him. So I'm gonna.
Why?
And as you say, I can't kill him. He's gonna look. He's gonna turn to look at you, and just like shake his head. Shake his head no. Read.
He's calling you the P word, Reed.
Oh my god.
I am going.
It's
to...
more of a plaintive shake, not a judgy shake.
I am going to
I'm going to attempt to
grapple him. Yeah.
deceive
Okay, roll
Reed
that.
into thinking.
Roll that athletics check. Target him. Roll it.
You got it. He's targeted.
I don't know if you can miss this, man. You and Kythar both like way outsized and outclass these fucking guys. Wow.
I suppose I'll burn my hero point that
All right.
I was supposed to refill.
Mm-hmm.
Burn it in embarrassment.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
It was almost true.
And then I guess you want the other athletics check to knock him prone, right?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
On that note, let me give him the grabbed condition because that
There it
does
is.
other stuff. To him.
Oh,
He gets knocked prone so hard he's like embedded into the ground.
I know stone fucking flies off the floor and like cracks against the side walls of where it flies at velocity. One of it like whizzes past Banjo, one whizzes past Kythar, one like hits next to Simone, the other one like hits behind Galfast.
Oops.
and it kills him. I'm just kidding.
I know. And you take.
If it was me.
You guys have a
funny.
few more people with actions, but these guys are both
Yep.
grabbed, restrained, and prone. There's an important step you guys are missing, and it's very common sense, and you've been playing D&D for 3 years, so I'm not going to give it to you.
Does anybody have any rope? Anybody have any rope?
There it is.
No, I'm gonna say, nah, just finish him off, fool. We only need the priestess.
He's helpless. You can't kill him now. And I'll diplomacy that if I need to.
I would say he would do the same thing to us, fool. He tried to do the same thing to us. He shot Galfast, fool.
See,
When
look.
Galfast was helpless.
Well, I'm out of actions anyway.
But we can wait till next turn for you to do it. I want the boy to do it.
To finish him off.
Yeah.
I
hear that,
won't
Reed?
do it. I won't do it. You can't make me do it. Because I'm out of actions.
Because I'm out of actions.
Here, take mine.
Here,
All right.
take mine.
People with
I'm
actions,
gonna
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna say, Professor, finish him off.
You got it.
Execution style.
Yeah. Is it the one that's not feeling good?
Yes. That's the one I'm referring to.
Stover?
Yeah.
Or anybody, I guess I'll say this.
Oh, anybody?
Anybody who has actions left. I think this is an appropriate coup de grace moment. If you want, he's literally stuck on the ground. If you want to stick the barrel of your fucking gun against his temple and pull the trigger, I think that's a reasonable thing to say can happen now.
Oh, yeah, particularly since Arthur, didn't gracefully stick this guy with his long knife. Yeah. So Arthur assumes the position with the barrel at the head.
And the rest of the party sees Arthur like put this thing, and like the tip of the sword part of the gun sword like digs into his skull a couple of inches because it like protrudes past the barrel slightly, so it just like embeds in his temple and like blood starts fucking dripping down his face, and Arthur's the barrel of his gun is just fucking up against it.
No, you can't do it. He's not fighting.
He's very much fighting.
I know.
Yeah. Arthur well, for starters, as he embeds the knife more into the skull,
And he winces.
he would have done the same thing to us, and we got to make sure we get to our mission unhindered. Time is of the essence, and you see Arthur pull back on the flintlock hammer and pull the trigger.
And in the moments before you pull the trigger, he turns and says one more phrase in this unknown language to his priestess. And those of you who have may make a society check if you like, who know the language.
Would I recognize at least the priestess's name when it's called?
Why?
Religion?
Why would that help you know her name?
Oh no, you're talking about the one that's next to him. No, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking like a god or something.
No. Yeah.
No.
Ah, much better. Arthur and Atesk are able to pretty accurately able to discern like an apology, like an "I'm sorry, my priestess," and like an "I have failed you," and she just looks at him and returns and says another quick phrase, which those of you who understand it, she just looks at him and says, "Yes, you have." And Arthur, boom, pulls the trigger and blows this guy's fucking brains out, like scattered across the floor. He no longer has a dome. He's just a headless, jet black skinned torso, which is like blood oozing out of the neck hole of his armor.
I'm assuming that Reed has blood just caked all over his face, and his head is bald, so there's nothing to soak it up. Like, hair doesn't even grow naturally, so it's just like flowing down my face. How could you?
Galfast is pumped. He's like, yeah.
Arthur's kind of taken aback. I'm like, wow, Galfast's actually, excited about something. Okay.
Do it again. He's still moving.
I saw Twitch. That ends combat, though, right?
That depends. Are the rest of you with actions going to do anything?
I handed a rope to. Well, I guess I could just do it. I'm gonna because I still have act. We're still in combat.
We're still in combat.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to tie up the.
No attempt needed. I just needed somebody to say the fucking words. I'm going to tie up the priestess because she's a spellcaster, and just because you have her pinned doesn't mean she can't cast spells. Once you restrain her with rope, she's no longer able to cast spells.
So we should also gag her, is what you're saying.
I mean, I don't think Kythar would know that.
Somebody should put a gag in her mouth.
Thank you. That's a very awkward thing to say to a barbarian that doesn't know shit.
Here, I got just the one, and I pull out like the actual ball and gag toy.
He's been carrying one around with him throughout the wilderness, traveling with just you guys.
I know.
Wait, how did you get your ball gag from your wedding gift to the fucking D&D?
Oh god.
Has a little Iomade logo on it.
That will end combat.
Okay. Simone's gonna walk into this area over here and be like, "Hey, Cartha, bring that puta over here."
What is it to rotate your character? Sorry.
It's middle mouse.
But it shouldn't make a difference.
Shift
You should have
and
360-degree vision.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I very easily pick her up.
Oh yeah, she doesn't weigh anything.
Okay.
She weighs like 10 pounds.
Cool. Pick her up with one arm, bring her over to Simone, turn her. You want me to remove the ball gag?
Nah, fool.
Yeah.
Put her on the table, and if you can restrain her down on the table too.
Attempts to do so.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me just move her onto a table.
And then Simone's gonna go, "Hey, can someone grab that puto that doesn't have a head anymore either?
Arthur does.
Can you drag him over here, please? I don't really have good upper body strength."
I'll drag him by his
Give me a
feet
minute.
Here.
I know. Reed
Stay
grabs his arm to drag him and just tears it all clean off by accident.
He's delicate. He's delicate. Here. Easy does it. I'm just trying not to get blood on myself.
They set this one-armed headless fucking corpse in front of you, Simone.
I'm gonna attempt in Elvish to speak to her. And be
okay.
And I'm gonna do a diplomacy, and I'm gonna be like, actually, I'm gonna try an intimidation.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, This puto right here. You're gonna hear like "Asulala puto." That's I'm gonna be like, "This puto right here is gonna be you next, fool. What's going on here? What are you? Who are you? I need answers. The longer you take, fool, the more you start losing fingers and then hands."
You see Arthur
then-
reloading slowly.
Standing behind Simone, fucking loading his musket.
Taking his time.
Can he aid me in my intimidation then, if he's doing that?
100%, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, you need me to roll?
Yeah.
We're gonna
sorry,
we're gonna
sorry.
have Simone roll with advantage. I think he's got the higher.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, with the
Here,
Yeah.
with
that's
advantage.
keep higher
Keep
then,
higher,
right?
yeah, is the button you press.
Okay.
Yeah, good thing because one of those was a 3.
Okay.
Okay, there he goes.
Not the one that we're rolling with. She glares at you angrily, and then like crosses her eyes to look down at her nose and mouth, which are gagged.
Yeah. I then loosen the gag around her mouth.
And she replies in common, "How dare you speak to me in that filthy language?"
Come again?
I'm gonna be like, and your language sounds like you got fucking mud in your mouth. And I'm gonna spit. I'm gonna like spit to the side. I'm like, what's going on here?
And she says, and she just looks at you, and she says, "Nothing. We were living. We were existing before." And she like looks at you. She's like, "You all came." She's like, "This is our," and she like stops herself after "this is our." She says, "Place," and you tell it's like an obvious word placement. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't what she was going for. She's like, "This is our place." What is it to you? Why not just kill me and be done with it?
I'm gonna put the ball gag back onto her and be like, "Hey, Reed, can you keep her right here for a second?"
I'll put my hands on her and I'll just press down uncomfortably.
And despite the
walk-
fact you can tell
go ahead,
she
sorry.
doesn't want to, but there's a slight that like escapes, like a little groan that escapes her.
I'm gonna walk over to the rest of the party and just be like, "We need answers from where we're at. How many more fucking putos there are inside there with those big ass bows? And honestly, if this is like a city or not, we may be on the outskirts of something. The city might be inside of this mountain, fool. I don't really know, but I think we need more answers. I guess my question to you, putos, is should we divulge what we're looking for?"
I think there's ways to get what we need.
I'm gonna look down at you and be like, "I'll let the master do his work then."
Cat there is gonna volunteer. It's like I'll go look down tunnel, and I'm just gonna go back.
Hey, I'm gonna before you go and be like, "Hey, Kythar, just so you know, fool, like these guys set up ambushes."
Little guy, go with him. Keep an eye out.
Who the fuck?
Why don't you go with him? We can go together.
I could just throw this guy at him as a distraction.
I don't wanna go with him.
Other than that,
He's
Okay,
gonna throw
never
me.
mind. Stay here. Does the elf priestess have any visible reaction to little guy?
Disgust?
Um, No, she's pretty focused on Simone and Arthur at this point.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you told last you told was Galfast was for
Yeah.
him to go to work, right?
Yeah, I'm all. Hey, fool, we just need we're trying to get we're trying to get more information about what we're stepping into, right?
When you asked her, what'd she say?
She said this is like her home and shit, right? Which I believe her. I think this is her home, but kind of like how when we went to the orc camp, they could call that their home, right? But really, they were pulled there by Saltwing. I think we need to find more information about maybe who they're worshiping, or why this is their home. and how many there are, more importantly.
Yeah, ask her the question again and tell her if not, Banjo's going to go to work.
Okay. Simone's gonna walk back up to her and like loosen the ball gag and be like, "Okay, fool, if this is your place, how many are there of you?"
She says, it varies. She says, you've killed most of us.
Could we do a deception check to see if she's actually telling the truth?
I believe that sense motive has been replaced by diplomacy. Is that right? Like there's not a sense motive skill anymore?
I think it's what you're trying to determine, because sometimes you can use deception to sense motive.
Yeah, I think deception's probably a better. We're gonna call it the better liar you are, the better you are detecting lies. So we're gonna go with deception.
Exactly.
Is the skill for that.
I am going to use my untrained or my my once per day +4, basically.
Did you not already use that while you've been? Because keep in mind, this is the same day as the Harpy encounter. So if you use that at all between then and now,
I did not end up using it during the Harpy encounter.
Okay.
I let you guys do that. Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh, roll. Swamp.
Yeah.
Oh wait, with it didn't include the +4, so with the +4 it would be 22.
22. Okay. I mean that breaks 20, which is kind of a baseline in Pathfinder 2e. Yeah. So I'm gonna say that, like, you believe her when she says there's more of them. Like, you know, she said most, implying there are others that may or may not still be alive. But like the defeatist kind of tone in her voice, like she sounds very defiant, but like it's kind of one of those like cards are on the table kind of deals. You know what I mean? Like you also believe there are probably more, but you believe that there are likely not enough more to like make any kind of real difference for you guys. And like as far as you know, they might not even be here specifically. You know. So she just replied to you saying, "You killed most of us." When asked how many more. Here you go.
I'm gonna ask, who's your leader, fool?
And she's gonna say, you know, I lead these, and she uses the drow word for drow when like referring to them. I lead these Skrargoth. You know, and yourself, a Tesk, and Galfast all know the word Skargoth and know that is Drow, and like it starts like clicking for you guys. You know what I mean? Like you're like that. You know, you and a Tesk are like, that's why they look like dark-skinned elves, because they essentially are elves that went down a different evolutionary path because they fucking live on the ground. And then Galfast knows about them from his probably like connections that he's made because they reside primarily in like a different realm, and I would say that Galfast's business sense would probably kick in hearing that word, realizing that the kind of work that he's in, there's a lot of profit to be had associated with these people and where they reside. But it's a different kind of profit. It applies to Galfast, not Simone. Because of her interests.
I'm gonna pull out one of the coins that we got from the Harpy's Nest, because I studied it and it had that intricate symbol on it that I wasn't familiar with.
Right.
And I'm gonna hold that up to her face and be like, "What does this mean, fool?"
She says, "It is the mark of the great below."
Would that ring any bells for anybody?
The Great Below is, I would say that religious background probably has heard of it. Arthur may not have. Galfast definitely has. Simone definitely has. Rowan, if you want to make an occultism check, Rowan, I'll give you the opportunity to understand the Great Below. And I think that's Atesk knows what it is. Simone knows what it is. Galfast knows what it is. Reed knows what it is. Rowan can roll for it if he wants. Kythar's out of earshot. Am I missing somebody?
The professor?
Professor.
No, I don't know.
I don't think
know.
Professor's got knowledge. If you want to make an occultism check, you may though. For the rest of you, the Great Below is my campaign's Underdark.
Gotcha.
Have we heard of it? Have we ever been there, you think? Or is it mostly like a legendary place?
Nobody, you guys definitely have not all been there, but that's why, Galfast, I made a comment to you, because the Great Below connects to the material realm in different places. And in some places, it could be considered like a shortcut or like a workaround to get things from like one continent to another, because it'd be the equivalent of like taking it to the plane of chaos and then teleporting in somewhere else from the plane of chaos and like being somewhere else on the material realm when you come back. Like the Underdark is kind of a more like people without magic can do that, because the Great Below connects to the material realm like via mundane means. Like a lot of these places just like look like really fucking deep caves, you know. So in theory, without a magical teleportation, you could get there. So it's particularly valuable for you in that way.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna be like, is that where you putos are from?
She says they must not teach you much up here. Yes.
It's like, okay.
That's where
All
we're
right, just
from.
making sure.
Very condescending. Despite the fact that she's literally strapped down, bleeding on a table, being like, and I'm not doing the breathy, barely able to talk because Reed's fucking crushing her lungs, you know. But that's how it's all coming out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me let up just a little.
And
as soon as she takes that breath in, I guess Simone would slap her and be like, hey fool, I offer you mercy and you spit in my face with that sort of tone?
I don't want your fucking mercy.
Press down.
I'm all, good, you won't have mine. You won't have my friends here either.
Press is
I'm
harder. It's like the what is that fucking thing? The hydraulic press.
I'm about to say, they literally used to, as a medieval form of execution, they used to lay you, like strap you to the ground, lay a giant board on you, and then pile rocks on you over time until you became crushed to death very slowly, sometimes over the course of days.
Jesus.
Yeah, fun fact.
Brutal.
Yeah, Vass is going to say, something just occurred to me. Get that board.
I know, turn that table upside down.
So Simone's then going to go, listen, I know you have some sort of affinity for the rest of the people deeper in the cave, right? The rest of the drow. We can save them if you come with us.
And
We will not harm them.
And she tries to correct you through breath. Scar. Like she's using the drow word for drow instead of the common word for drow. It's all she can breath out is like half a word trying to like, correct you.
I'll let up. I'll let up enough so she can talk.
And it'll be like, drow, because that's what you are, puta. And he goes, now here's your chance to save their lives, fool. You can come with us and tell them to stand down and let us pass through your shithole of a cave. Or you can die right here and die with the rest of them. And I can diplomacy that if you need me to.
Yeah, if you want a diplomacy, it's going to be an absurdly high DC.
Baby.
Just as a heads up.
Give me that DC.
No whammy.
Can I use my hero point to
Roll with
advantage?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Public roll or
yeah,
blind GM
in
roll?
this instance, we're gonna go public roll. That DC's got to be like 35, man. Like honestly, like fucking, like she's
okay.
You're going against her entire culture, basically, trying to get her to do this.
So I have to get over a 14. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
fuck your culture, Drow.
She is going to. She's gonna say, "For their lives, not mine."
So,
I'm using the body to let up enough to let her go.
Okay. And I'll be like, okay, it doesn't matter to me, fool. All we care about is passage through here. Now, what do we do?
What do you mean? What do we do?
How do we get your the rest of your drows? And I'm gonna say that, like, emphasize that, like,
Right.
in her face,
Right.
to stand down.
She says, "Your only chance will be if they see that you have me, to get them to stand down."
I'm gonna say, great, and I'm gonna be like, Reed, grab her, puto, put it over your shoulder, and let's go.
Okay. Hang on. I can put her over my shoulder, but how do you propose I do that so that they can see her face?
I don't know. Put her on her back over your shoulder. I don't know. What do you think? You're the one holding her. Do you want to hold her out like a baby?
Just hold her up like this.
I'm gonna meanwhile here. Kythar wandered off. I see Rowan started to wander off. Kythar, you don't care much for
I'll
the
be right
talkie-talkie. What are you doing?
Kyther wants to smash Smashy. Kyther, he like notices this room, so he like there. He walks into the front of the room and does a perception check.
It's a very small room. I'm not going to require a perception check from you. This is a workshop of some kind. Obviously, like got some real basic smithing stuff. All the tools you'd need to care for or hone any kind of material weaponry. Some loose crafting stuff that you need for like woodworking. Probably to do things like fix the tables and kegs and things that you've seen around here. It gives you like a very much a self-sufficient vibe, like, it has everything that this place needs to maintain itself. And there is one of those blades and one of those bows like on a table nearby. The bow is unstrung and you can see that it's like got a crack running through it. And the blade is like obviously chipped. And we're likely project pieces for this room.
Gotcha. Kythar won't bother with that after that vision. He's just going to continue down the hallway.
Yeah, and I can see that your vision is working for this room. Just for clarification, these are stone doors here, here, and here.
Kythar will go ahead and attempt to use Bashing Charge. You smash, bust, charge through solid obstacles without hesitation. Strike twice, once during movement.
Would you put it in chat for me, please?
I tried before. I just don't know how to fucking do that. Drag and drop?
No, you just click the picture of it. Like whatever the picture icon is for it, you should be able to. There you go. Smash, splash. So force open. That's what I'm looking for. So an athletics check is what you need. You would need to be legendary in order to get a stone door busted through. What is your athletics tier? What are you in?
Expert.
So I will. So even giving you the benefit of the doubt, like giving you the next tier, that's a sturdy wooden door, an iron portcullis, or a metal bar. So I'm gonna just save us some rolling here and say that you throw yourself against this door repeatedly, and it repels you, and it's the first door in a long time that has done so.
Can I try to crack it with my hammer?
If you want to make an attack roll against the door, you can absolutely do that. It has a pretty significant hardness, and as a reminder from a gameplay standpoint, hardness is a minimum damage threshold you have to overcome. So, for example, if it has a hardness of 10, only 11 damage would do anything to it, and that 11 damage would do 1 damage, because it would eat the 10 for its hardness. And you don't know what the hardness of this door is.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my single attack, but it's
Yeah,
double
you
attack.
hit. You hit, so don't worry about it. Just roll me 2 damage. It's a door, it's not going anywhere. Roll me 2 damage rolls off of that.
Both horrible. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, your magic hammer still works against doors. You still swing twice when you swing once. And the rest of you, like, to punctuate, we're going to say the end of the, like, Reed picks the priestess up and is, like, holding her over your head, and you hear boom, 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 like, as these fucking hits are coming through here.
Anthony.
What is that?
That's Anthony.
jerking it.
That's Anthony
Just
burping his
sorry.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have the hardness of a stone door. You got to give me a second to confirm that for me. I guess I should have been prepared for this. Why would you try to do anything but bash through it? Stone door. Pathfinder.
I mean, Kaithar smash.
Why
Materials.
open door when you can make door?
It was either that or he was going to take the drow to be his wife. So
Yeah, you had a hard time using brute force to get through it. But in the process of just beating the shit out of it, you swing your hammer the first time and, like, turn this thing into what, the half doors that, like, open at the bottom and they open at the top. You turn it into a half door. The top is gone. And then with your second hit, you blow the bottom of it off its hinges and it goes flying into a dark room that's full of, like, racks on all sides. And immediately Kaithar recognizes this room as an armory. There are lances and spears and bows and buckets of arrows and shields, and they all appear to be made of that same, like, dark metallic material that you recognize as fine craftsmanship, but not more magical or in game terms, it's not more combat effective than your current gear is, but it is much nicer than, like, what a city guard might have,
Gotcha. With Kaithar having good sense of direction and seeing the other door near it, he bashes that down too.
Despite the fact that there's literally a bar that he could just slide across, Kaithar bashes the shit out of this door too from the inside and blows it off its hinges as well, and almost takes out Galfast and Banjo in the process. As the door just goes bits of door and stone just go flying, inches from your faces.
Oh my god. Kaithar found weapons.
That's Galfast and who? Sorry?
Galfast and Banjo,
right?
the two figures
Okay.
who are literally currently, right outside the door there. Who are made of stone themselves and have no reaction, apparently.
oh, sorry. I thought we were still in the meanwhile. Okay.
This is the meanwhile. Kaithar just busted the door right next to you.
And this is the one with the slider on it.
Yeah, but and you can see it, like, broken in half on the inside of the door that's, like, now in pieces across the opposite wall.
Like I say, about the ingenuity to find the doorknob on that door is amazing. It astounds us.
So Kaithar's popped out, said, I found weapons. Rowan, were you also wandering? I see that you've removed yourself slightly.
Yeah, Rowan's going around and he's going up to. He's staying within earshot of everybody, so he can still kind of hear them talking, but maybe not necessarily hear exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
But he's going along the like cave walls, and he's looking to see if there's any plant life or fungal life along the walls, and he's just walking by. Anytime there's anything there, just kind of talking to it real quick, but not like in conversation. He's just like, oh, hey there, pretty little mushroom, how are you today? And then just kind of seeing what's around there and just checking out what type of plants are in this cave, because this is some place he's not been before.
Yeah, and Rowan would probably be sorely disappointed in the, like, I'm sure he's been in natural caves before where he's found this kind of thing, and he goes and he looks and he's searching in every crack and crevice and looking along the ground and looking along the ceiling, and he sees nothing but the scrapes of tool marks and the evidence of of like invention and ingenuity. This has all been hewn from rock, and there's like a bitter coldness in the stone that seems to repel any kind of life. Like, I don't know how long you're going to wander for, but you like it's almost suspicious how little of this you find.
Okay. So yeah, then he would probably spend a little bit of time, and then once he realizes that this is he's not going to find anything, he's just going to kind of slowly walk into the room and
Cool.
see what's everybody else is going on.
Yeah, and you walk in to Reed hoisting this priestess over his head as, Kythar yells from the nearby hallway after banging through 2 doors, "I found weapons!"
And that was you smashing, fool?
Kythar?
Oh, I felt great. Sorry, I misheard.
He says that he says you came out of the stone room saying, "I found weapons," and then apparently, "I feel great."
I mean, that tracks, honestly. A plus role
It's
playing.
canon. It's canon. I'm fucking keeping it.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna be like, anything else in the room? Just weapons?
Nope. Just things to make dead people.
How are the weapons old? Fool?
No, they actually look shiny. They actually they look nice. Not as nice as my hammer, but it's nice for. It's nice.
Arthur wants to appraise the weapons.
Nice. Yeah, Arthur, is that a skill? Do you have, or is it just a word you're using right now?
Word that I'm using.
Okay, why don't you give me a crafting check?
Okay, private or blind?
Blind would be crafting, yeah. Well, yeah, blind. It's a knowledge-based thing.
Yeah.
Before I announce your result, are you going to use a hero point?
Well, that certainly is one way to announce to the world. Sure, let's do it. Here, we'll roll crafting again.
That's the one you're rolling. Good.
Do you want to use another hero point?
You can only use 1 hero point per
There's
skill
one.
check. Yeah. So you make your way into. Oh, I'm sorry, Arthur. The armory is here. So you make your way into the armory and are looking at the craftsmanship of these weapons, and there are a couple of things that stand out. One is that they're made of a material that you're not familiar with, which is odd. The second is that, without exception, every single one of these blades are filed to an absolute razor sharp fucking edge. Like, there is not one poorly maintained. Like, Arthur's spent a lot of his time in military settings where there's like a big bucket of spears and 2 of them are any good. Like, it is the 2 best spears in that bucket would be the worst items in this room if they were present.
Heavy use. Yeah, there's not a lot of time for sharpening.
Right.
Ates is going to wander over and be like, "Ooh, this looks sharp," and then touch it.
4 damage. They're sharp.
Ow.
They're stupid sharp.
They're sharp, guys. They look real sharp.
While Atesk was reaching, Arthur was reaching for his med pack.
As a reminder, Stover, there's a heal action that you can take. It takes some time, but if you want to heal yourself or anybody else, it takes 10 minutes. But there's a button you can press to do that.
Okay, what butt
Yeah.
do I?
if you pull a healer's kit out, Galfast and Banjo would he'd kind of walk up to you with like a hat in his hand and be like,
Please, sir.
"Did you
Here, take a seat.
yeah, you know, it's not
Yeah.
a big deal, but
Oh, my finger first though. My finger first.
no. That's
So mechanically, Stover, you have to pick one target. It's going to take 10 minutes.
Okay. Here, come over this way. This way. Step up. Attest.
pull my boo boo out.
Galfast.
I mean, if you're just healing people,
Wait, get in line. Come on. Hey, what the hell?
What the hell? So if you guys want to, I mean, in theory you're in free action. So if you want to take some time to be doctored, like you guys can literally line up and Arthur can, hit you all. It'll just take time.
I would love to be tended to. Banjo and I need a little heal.
yeah, sure.
I think it's called
Okay.
Tend Wounds or something. God, what the fuck is that called?
Battle medicine.
So
Is there any
first
way-
aid
So
is
what's
the action.
First aid is the action. Thank you, Stover.
First
And I
aid.
believe
But
you do
it's-
have battle medicine, so you I think can actually heal multiple people at once. Is that correct?
You can patch up wounds even in combat. Attempt a medicine check with the same DC as for treat wounds.
Treat wounds.
Treat wounds.
Yeah,
'cause
because
it's-
first aid is specifically
need to
to
go first.
stabilize or
Ah.
stop bleeding, which isn't
So
either.
got it. So it is treat wounds then. Treat. There it is. I see. Treat wounds ability. Let me import entry. I don't know how to do this. If I do this, do you have an action called in your actions now? Do you have something called treat wounds, Stover? No.
Oh, in my actions. Let me go back.
Here, let me browse.
You have to go to browse.
Yeah, treat. Oh, you gotta. He must have a filter on because.
Treat poison.
No,
That's
yeah,
weird.
you need to
I see it
you
right
need to
here.
uncheck the you need to uncheck the action box, Stover.
Okay. Treat wounds.
I don't know how to get that on your character, but I do see that here.
It's an exploration
Copy to
skill. So you
clipboard.
need to go to actions and then go to
Oh,
exploration,
I
then
see.
drag it there.
And here's 4
Yeah.
treat wounds that I just dragged a million times onto your character, Stover. So just tab
Oh.
over to exploration, target your friends, and hit the treat wounds action button one at a time. Whoever you're treating first.
So Rowan's gonna see everybody lining up, and he's gonna go, "What are you guys doing over here?"
I'm gonna like point at an arrow shaft sticking directly out of my collarbone.
That has been since the first ambush.
And then Rowan's gonna look at it for a second. And he's like, "Oh, I got you."
Oh.
And he's gonna,
I'm gonna say, Professor, you help Banjo, and then I'll walk, and then Galfast will walk over to Rowan.
Okay.
well, he's gonna do the 30-foot emanation
Oh, nice. So you're gonna catch everybody.
heal. Yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Oops.
I know, and Galfast is looking at himself now. He has like splinters from the door sticking out of him.
I think that gets, yeah.
That's funny.
And wait, how do I do this?
Okay, I'll apply that to Banjo, Stover. Don't you worry.
Oh, thanks.
Gracias.
Got it.
So I place the.
You don't place the emanation. I mean, you can place it if you want,
Oh.
but you want to do the. So it says treat wounds.
Hold up
Would you
on your
click
next roll,
this?
Stover.
Okay.
I'm just gonna manually do it. We're just gonna go Kythar because it was what 13 or something. Yeah, 13.
Yeah, 13.
Okay, Kythar's got it. Galfast has got it. Reed has. Damn, we put a bunch of stuff in the chat. Got it. Simone. Oh, that'll do you, Simone.
Mhm.
David, I maxed my HP out, so you don't need to got me.
Okay, cool. And that's except for yourself, Rowan. You also get healed. And
And
I got her already.
my pup.
Oh, and your pup. Yep, your pup needs to get the heal. I gave him the one heal. I'm going to give him the other.
And Arthur did some of the splash damage. You could, sorry, little buddy. A little bit.
Yeah.
Look at you guys. Patching each other up. You're all feeling better now. That does take 10 minutes, so I'm assuming you guys are going to kind of
there's some talking going on
in a group for that time. But then you're all feeling better, patched up, mostly, no longer worse for wear. What are you guys doing next?
Galfast, here, take this. You see Arthur take a little swig of his canteen. It's been a long fight. Here.
I feel like Galfast would awkwardly bottoms up it, he doesn't read the room very well and he drinks more than you were expecting. What did I just drink?
Water. I mean, it's like water with electrolytes and stuff.
With electrolytes?
Yeah. It's a little seawater in there.
Oh my god.
If I don't drink it very often, is it something that would taste good or does it not taste good?
It's been treated. No, it's been treated.
It tastes unlike water you've ever tasted before, Galfast.
Does it taste like when you fall in the ocean and you get a mouthful of seawater?
No, it's been treated. Arthur's got some level of alchemy experience, chemistry.
Oh, I see. Got it. It was pretty good. I'll probably have another swig. I'll hand it back to you. It'll be lower than you thought.
You see Arthur trying to just, okay, let me get my reserve can and pour it into the canteen.
Perfect. I'll stick my hand out.
Right. For a long journey.
Okay, isn't there another door in this? Our prisoner's just awkwardly sitting there,
gagged, just staring daggers at all of you guys the entire time.
I'm gonna look at her and say, "Where do we go next?" And I'm gonna kind of use emotes, where
go next. And she,
I'm doing it really rude.
She's literally tied down and gagged. She just.
She's no help.
Of course.
I'm gonna be like, read, fool. Can you take the gag off her? If she tries to cast a spell, they'll break her wrist.
I'm just gonna pull the.
And she's like, that depends on where you would like to go. What are you trying to accomplish?
We're trying to get to the city.
I'm gonna be like, we're trying to get to the city, puta.
Ooh, I got up way too fast.
Pots.
Joe's gonna pass out on us.
And she nods down this hallway.
Can we detect? Can I see if she's if I feel like she's telling the truth?
Yeah, run a deception check for sure.
Okay, cool. So. Oh, sorry. Was that supposed to be private?
It's okay. You're fine.
Okay.
It was, but you're fine. You see as she gestures down that way. It's hard to see through strings of white hair and blood crusted on her face. But you swear you see the corner of her mouth turn up in a smile as she gestures that way.
I'm gonna be like, I think I'm gonna slap her again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, you take me for a fool? You take me for a fool? Fool?
And she just says,
Comma.
I do.
Galfast is going to look at them and say, I can have Banjo do his thing. Just give me the word.
I'm going to be like, yeah, take one of her fingers, fool. Ooh.
Getting called on it. Getting called on it.
No, I'm fully. Galfast would chop that off in a moment. Banjo's thing, his thing is dig. So, you ever see the Game of Thrones? I know it was a common torture technique, but where you put the metal thing with the rat on the tummy.
Yeah.
And then you heat up one side of the metal can.
Right.
That's essentially what Banjo does. But yeah, I mean, one claw finger comes off, no biggie.
Galfast just walks over and just like lops a finger off with a dagger.
Banjo
Just bites it
the
off.
guy. Yeah.
Bites it off.
Just
And she's
vicious like.
and she's still ungagged. Is this correct, friends?
That's correct. Yeah.
And she just says, "Filthy beast!" Ah!
I could say the same thing about you, puta.
So I pay them once a month. What?
I'm gonna look. Be like, I'm assuming Drow have 10 fingers. I'm gonna be like, looks like we got 9. Looks like we got 9 more of these to go. Why don't you tell us where to really go, puta?
And she yells quite loudly. You can take the other 9 before I show you the way to the city.
What about an arm? And I will start like slowly just pulling the shoulder off of her like torso and just like feeling it.
Hold on, and while this is happening,
This is getting
Galfast
intense.
does want to do something.
I do
Those
have
are
a not
180.
safe. I do have a not safe for work deal on here. Go ahead, Galfast. What are you doing?
So while this is happening, I think Galfast is going to kind of linger away. There was another door that we could not get through. Do I understand that right?
I mean,
Or is it just tunnels?
there's the only other door. Galfast can probably see this door through the armory, but I don't think you guys have run into another door yet.
Okay. I think Galfast is going to kind of scout the place out while the interrogation is happening.
Cool. Just scoot yourself like an intersection at a time, I guess. Like if you want to go to here, kind of thing, and then we'll move you to the next one. So we're gone a finger. She's yelling, "I'll never show you to the city." We going for a second finger?
No, I'm gonna be like, I believe we'll have plenty more chances to take other fingers. Let's go, boys. Let's go the opposite tunnel that she tells us to go down. Because there's only 2 tunnels, right? From my understanding, that we haven't.
I mean, look at the map. I think there's a couple of places you guys haven't been.
So, because she originally pointed this way, right? From my understanding,
she originally pointed this way. Oh, I'm sorry, this way.
This way. Okay, so I'm gonna direct everyone that way.
And as soon as you point, Galfast is probably going to say, "Let me take a look first."
Cool, Galfast. So you're.
And I'm happy to go into stealth.
I'm sorry, Simone. This is the way you want to go?
That is what he said. Yeah.
Okay, great. So Galfast, we're going to move you here, and then roll your stealth check if you're moving in stealth.
I am.
That's a secret roll. It's a blind roll.
Yeah, I'm going to avert my eyes.
There you go. All right, so you start creeping forward and the pathway narrows pretty substantially. This is going to be kind of a squeeze for even you to get through.
I will squeeze through.
Great. I'll have you roll for it if time mattered, because time doesn't. You can take as long as you need to. You're able to squeeze through, and you find yourself in what appears to be like a storeroom.
Okay. No breeze or anything. The air is stagnant. Okay. I'm happy to do a perception check, but if nothing sticks out to Galfast, he wouldn't, and he'd move on because he's looking for locations and areas.
Great. Yep. This is a storeroom.
Okay. Go down the next one.
If you need me to move you, I will. You pass the.
Yeah, go ahead. My token.
Yeah, you're all right. You pass the workshop area. You stand on top of the next corpse, near the intersection that you originally ambushed.
Okay, and then but more to the left is not the original intersection. This is where the fight happens. So I'm gonna keep heading.
Yeah, you were ambushed here after entering here.
Okay.
You're gonna keep moving to the left.
Yeah, keep moving to the left.
Damn. Door's not working the way they're supposed to. Heavily reinforced door. With that same black metal on stone.
Okay.
And
then quick glance at the door. Is there a keyhole? What's securing it?
There does appear to be a keyhole in it. Yeah, absolutely.
Got it. Okay, and then continuing on to the end of the chamber.
As you continue through, you're going to see more doors. You enter like a hallway that has doors on either side, like going all the way down.
Okay, and they're all closed, so I don't see what's in them.
Yeah, but they seem more like simple stone doors, whereas this one is, like I said, heavily reinforced.
Okay, and then at the end of the chamber?
More fucking doors. Doors.
But the most reinforced one that stuck out to me was that first one.
Correct.
And they all have keyholes, or only the big one had the keyhole?
They all have keyholes, but you can tell just looking at them that whatever's behind this door, like, people want to have secure. Whatever's behind these doors are not particularly secure. As a matter of fact, if you give a push on one of those doors as you're making your way past, it becomes obvious. It swings open and it becomes obvious to you. These are like living quarters. Like each of these doors has like a simple bed and a little like bedside table and a stool and a candle on it, and
Yeah. I'm curious. Does it seem like brigands lived here, or is it more like well kept, like military, or they like living quarters?
It's like a Spartan military living quarters, a place where comfort is not valued. But I wouldn't say brigands look like they live here either.
Yeah, but the beds are made, and there's
the
not,
beds
like,
are
crap
made.
on
It's
the
not
floor.
dirty, but it's very simple. You would not want to sleep
Interesting.
here.
Galfast is gonna make his way back to the group and say, "Check the corpses. We're looking for a key." To the group.
A key to-
Galfast.
As
Check-
you walk
check
up to the
pockets.
group, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Rowan, how much magic fool does it take to regrow a finger?"
Oh, it might take a lot. I don't know if I can regrow limbs. I know lizards can regrow limbs. They regrow their tail. I've seen that before. I've tried to catch one.
Can drow regrow limbs?
This is the first time I've ran into anybody that looks like that, so I don't know.
I'm like, "Oh shit, Galfast, what'd you find?"
I say, found some of the living area back there, but I did find a door that looks like something we need to get into. There's a keyhole, so we're looking for a key.
Have we
We need to
searched
search
all
the
the bodies?
I don't think we have.
I'm like, "All right, boys, do your favorite thing."
Did anybody start Hey, you don't happen to have the key, do you?
Shake her upside down.
I don't
Take it for what else she's got.
I don't want to do that. Just tell me if you have the key.
She says,
She said, "Fuck you."
"I will not." So tell me if you.
Okay, I'm gonna shake her then.
Till we hear a rattle.
Her coin purse falls loose. A key ring with a few keys on it falls off. Falls out of her as well. As does another small polished black stone bearing a silver insignia on it.
The same insignia from the coin?
That is no, the same insignia from the other stone.
Gotcha.
And the sigil that everybody appears to be wearing here.
I'm gonna be like, what's this, puta?
The rest of you guys, there's enough bad guys, I think, for each of you to roll 2d10, and that'll be the coinage you pull off of them, but they don't have anything. You're not going to get anything fancy off these guys. Okay, I'm sorry. So you're picking up the stone, Simone?
Yeah.
And you're like presenting it to her? Like, oh, what's this?
Yeah. I'm like, "What's this, puta?"
And she says, "That does not belong to you.
Well, it does now.
You have not earned it."
I did earn it. I took it from you. Are you in your power to take it back?
And she says, "It's shameful."
It is shameful that a weakling like you must be giving this to me. I'm trying to play off of her, just so you know.
Yeah.
Trying to like play off of her emotions, just so you know.
Yeah, and she seems like truly
using it like a
she seems
tactic.
she seems truly offended that you're even touching this thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like spit on it and be like, "Pfft," and then like wipe it away with like my wrist sleeve to try to like get a better look at it, and do it like directly in front of her.
And she like takes a deep breath in through her nose and like, flared nostrils, wide eyed, just like that has gotten a bigger reaction out of her than anything else you guys have done, including taking off a finger.
Oh wow! All right. And I'm like, so what is this, fool? Maybe I'll give it back to you if you tell me.
She says, she just says, "Get your filthy elven fingers off of it."
I'm gonna be like, maybe we'll get some dwarven fingers on it, and I'm gonna hand it to Galfast.
And she's still angry, but you watch her shoulders drop slightly as you hand it off. Like something about you holding it especially seems to bother her. Galfast, you're now within the stone.
Yeah, I mean, it means like nothing to Galfast, so he's gonna like hold it up to his ear, smell it, give it a taste. Anything out of the ordinary? Does it just smell, taste, sound like a regular stone?
Looks, sounds, tastes like a regular stone. Yeah, I mean, cold, kind of coppery.
Cold to the touch.
Yeah.
Didn't know these people kept rocks. I mean, there's plenty of them around here. I'm gonna hand it back to Simone, and I'm gonna hand the key ring to Arthur, and say, if you want to check that door over there, there might be something behind it. And I'll point to the one. I can direct you there in the game, but there's a door that we haven't checked. It's the one on the left. Yeah, it's, glowing pink.
Just over your wasteting. That's cool. I like that.
And while he's walking, I'm going to say, he may need a hand over there. And I'll kind of maybe say that to Kythar and Reed.
I try the door.
The door's locked.
Arthur takes one of the keys that's most likely to fit into the hole and gives it a go. Right how you left it with you.
And not the first, but the second key you try works, and you hear as the latch mechanism is thrown, and you're able to push the door open.
Arthur says, "I'm opening the door," and then slowly opens it.
A door creaks open to an area about as large as the, dining hall, whatever you want to call the big room with tables that the first fight took place around. There's a large table with a large piece of parchment on it, which is obviously a map of the surrounding area. There are two giant kegs nearby, and a stone lockbox sitting in the corner of the room.
Arthur, it's funny. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. He's going to go to the kegs and see what comes out.
Turns the first one, and you don't know what it is other than it is alcoholic, just from the smell.
Okay, he's going to tell the party what he found. Found some kind of alcoholic beverage over here in these kegs, and I found some parchment and a stone lockbox.
Dibs.
What's the second one?
It is it's like an ale of some kind.
Okay. Arthur has a reserve canteen for ale in the event he can't use his chemistry to be able to make his electrolytes, so he fills that up.
Cool.
Takes a swig.
And it is as it swirls around your mouth, there are imagine boba, but they're not perfectly round and they don't pop. They're almost sugary, and they melt in your mouth as they hit your tongue and stuff. The way sugar does, it just kind of melts away. And that's obviously where the flavor is in this beverage. It's a really weird deal, but it's pleasant enough. Just odd. Your tongue is not used to it.
An acquired taste. I see.
Yeah.
Arthur's going to try and unlock the stone lockbox here.
This one does have an obvious key, and you crack that thing open. pull it up, and there is it's like money is essentially what it is, and the coinage is mixed. Some of it is the same kind of coinage that has the like elvish head on one side and the stalactites and stalagmites on the other, like the one you pull from the harpy nest, and then some of it is in like denominations you don't recognize. Like it's obviously gold pieces, but like you couldn't tell where they were minted.
Okay, how many pieces?
Oh, I'm sorry. Chest is probably half full. Looking at it, you'd estimate 300 pieces of gold, maybe.
Okay, Arthur roughly divides up the gold for the crew, and he takes his share, and then starts examining the parchment.
Sounds good. Let me see here. Did I pick a number that's easily divisible by 7? 300. We'll call it 350 divisible by 7, so it works out to 50 gold apiece, just for number's sake. Then,
Excellent.
Arthur, you go over and you inspect this, and this is something that you're familiar with. You have read maps and been in map rooms for the majority of your adult life. This is a map of the peninsula. This spot is like marked, which you assume is because of this place. There is also like a fucking like big area that is circled slightly farther inland that just has like a big X drawn through it.
So we have a big X with a circle.
like it's an area of, it's like a map, and like there's a couple of other notations on it about like where to find game, and you see some marks like off the coast that were obviously like ship sightings, but there's like a huge swath of this map that is like encompassed in this circle with a huge X through it.
I imagine Arthur's really pleased about all these little trinkets and call-outs to be able to go find not only wild game, but what appears to be other opportunities.
Right, and that's what it strikes you as. This is the kind of map that you would draw, or a scout would draw, if they were like examining a frontier somewhere. You know what I mean? If they were like reporting back, or you know what I mean? Like this does not look like a map of some place you know well. This looks like a map that you need to draw of a new place.
Yeah, it's like a first draft of like reconnaissance.
Right, exactly.
Arthur will take his journal out and kind of doodle and kind of make a copy for himself. So then and he'll say, Galfax, come on over here. Check this out.
Yeah, that's to come over and he'll say, as a reminder, I am no longer the map guy. That was a few years ago. That was a different version of Galfast, but I'll take a look.
You see Arthur like pointing with his quill and be like, oh, a lot of head nodding.
Yeah, I know. It's like a lot of fast cuts. And yeah, exactly. It's like a super cut of us looking at the map. And so the X, though, is that... I know we have an idea of where we're going for the city. Does it seem to have any relation to the city?
Could be.
Could be. I will fold it up. I'll take it. It's my map.
Add it to inventory. Yeah. Just create an item that says map, local map or something. I don't know.
Arthur's got a drawing in his compendium. You know, his little journal.
But just to be clear, it wouldn't help us in the cavern at all. It's not like there's no cavern.
It's not a cavern map. It's an area map.
Sweet.
Yeah, you see Arthur sign like map found in this particular area on this day.
Who ended up with the second stone?
I did.
Carry on, guys. I'm just I have just like I had an item for the first one, I have an item for the second.
Gotcha.
For those who are in the room, Arthur points to the stack of gold, and hey, there's around 300 gold left. 6 of you, I already took my share. Have at it.
Sweet. David, just curious. In your campaign, is gold? Does the value of gold come from what it's made of, or would it be like if I showed up with this? Would they have? Does this have any value? I guess is what I'm saying.
Is this a fiat currency, or is it backed by something?
Gold is one of those things. They're precious metals. They're worth their weight. So you'll get one gold's GP's worth of value out of any gold piece. I will say with your background, Galfast, and probably Simone's as well, easily, the two of you know that the denominations of gold like this, they more tell a story, right? It's almost more like like an authenticity route or a proving where you come from route. Like, for example, Simone deals almost exclusively in Merchants Guild gold pieces because he's doing exclusively guild business. You know what I mean? It's like the gold comes from the place that makes it, so you can kind of track it or trace it a little bit that way. And that's really the value of it. People just stamp whatever they feel like on it because the weight is what's important, you know?
Sweet, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go fast.
No, I was just gonna say. So I assume we're like grouping up.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are back
So
up.
yeah, Simone's gonna see that she visibly winced when he got it,
Yep.
right? And I'd like to use my arcane skill to try to activate the magic in the object. Arcana skill,
Yeah,
sorry.
cool. Love that.
To like use magical device, you know what I mean? Essentially.
Yeah, sounds good. Atesk, you see Simone grabbing this and doing magic-y stuff with it. I just want to know if you have any reaction to that.
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me the Arcana roll.
Okay.
Yeah. You hold this thing in your hand, and you know usually you have to attune to stuff, but you do know that magic items are capable of being used just off the cuff. Usually it helps to know what they do, but you know it is possible to activate a magic item that you have no idea what's going to happen, kind of thing. Which you are able to do here. Give me a second. I need to roll a dice. Probably, I'm going to guess it's a D10. I think is how many I've got.
Oh God, what's happening to me?
Then good. Then we're going to go here, and I can just do this, can't I? There. Okay, so you like watch as you hold it. Who is physically standing closest to you?
It'd be Reed because he's holding her.
That's correct. Yeah.
I'm close too.
Yeah. You specifically mentioned
I
a safe
walked over.
distance, though. You did specifically mention a safe distance.
I mean,
Oh, that
Do you want to just jump in the way? You see a magical effect go off. Does a test just like dive in the way heroically to try to like catch whatever the magical effect is?
no, but you know, he's not like doesn't have his face in it, but he's definitely like right there.
Is A-Test have FOMO?
Yeah. He really doesn't want to do it himself. Like everybody's telling him it's evil, but then Simone's gonna do it, so he's like, okay, let's see what happens. I'm right here for it.
So you do it. So you hit that, and Reed gets hit with Bloodsport Curse. It is you knew that this was a stone that stored spells. You've unleashed one of those spells. Congratulations! You were able to successfully use the magical item. However,
Nice.
You feel the effect of a spell going up. You're very familiar with like what mana feels like coursing through your body, both from your own inherent internal magic and from external items like your boots and your armor and all this stuff. So you feel the energy like flow into your hand, and into one hand holding the stone and out the fingertips of the other. But as it like moves through you, it moves through you with like a super sharp, like when you tweak your back, you know what I mean? Like a super sharp intense pain that travels from the hand down to the elbow, up to the shoulder, into your chest. You feel your heart physically like skip a beat and then start beating super rapidly as it goes out the other shoulder, through the elbow, and out through your fingertips. Hits Reed, and then your face feels hot, and your vision starts to like blur, and everybody else before it completely like goes red. And everybody else sees Simone start bleeding pretty profusely through his eyes, nose, mouth, and ears.
No. You gotta put pressure on the wound. And I'm gonna smother his face with a rag.
You drop the priestess, who hits the ground with a thud, and like smother Simone's face with a rag, which is just instantly sopping wet with his blood.
Oh my god, it's that bad.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't have anything to fix this.
I'll go get Rowan. I guess he seems to know what he's doing, and I'll wander off.
I
don't know where Rowan is.
I'll go get him. You turn around. I don't know where he is.
I can't find him.
Because I'm smothering him.
No, it was supposed to go on Simone. I don't know why. There we go. Oh no, it's not because you're smothering him. No.
Okay.
Simone, you take 4 points of damage from the blood streaming out of you. And full disclosure, this damage is going to keep coming.
Okay.
Hey Rowan. Simone started bleeding.
That's no fun.
Started messing with spells.
That's an understatement.
The priestess is cackling on the ground, rolling back and forth, laughing hysterically.
Shit.
I'm gonna hit him with water.
And you hit him with water. It splashes off, and the blood keeps running down his face.
It's the rousing splash, so it gives him 10 temporary hit points.
Good.
Or I guess. Actually, how much does it do?
I don't know. That's you, man. It's your spell.
You get 44 temporary hit points.
4d4.
Oh shit.
4d4. Yes.
I believe as the caster of the spell, you roll those d4 a task.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look at the priestess. Tell me how to fix this. If he dies, you die.
He's already dead, and so am I.
Then I will get my sword and I'll press it to her neck, and for every drop of blood that he spills, you'll spill. And I'll press. I don't really have a high intimidation score, but I can give it to you if you want me to.
I'm gonna say that her mental state, she's like unhinged right now, completely.
Oh, she doesn't even care.
Yeah. She's laughing like a person who is not rooted in reality anymore.
That's interesting.
While I land.
She presses her neck into your blade.
I'll pull it away slowly, because we at least need her information, if she can give it to us. Anybody got anything here?
But
What's all that noise?
I'm throwing up blood. Puto.
What the hell's going on?
You guys all walk in and see Simone's just like covered in blood. His shirt, his tunic are all like soaked down to the chest. It's coming out of his ears and his mouth. Like there's like a rag that's sopping with blood at his feet that Reed has dropped after trying to mop it up.
Little guy, you got any ideas?
And he just
hasn't helped with
he just shakes his head. He hasn't
Put the stone away.
Rowan, have you already tried to heal as Galfast walks into the room?
I don't know how to stop bleeding.
I guess I could try
hold on,
and
wait,
dispel magic.
Kill that bitch.
Okay, yeah, we can kill her, but also I'm gonna say
Simone takes
Professor.
another 7 damage as he continues to bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Professor, if you administer first aid, one of the things that it does is stop bleeding. Do you have a healer's toolkit?
I do.
It
It's
says
the same one.
Okay, it says when you use it, you can attempt a medicine check on a creature that is taking persistent bleed damage. The DC is usually the DC of the effect that caused the bleed.
Sounds like you could do it.
You have to hit a heal check first, bud.
Okay, so
A medicine.
Medicine
I
check,
can
excuse
blink
me.
it.
yeah, medicine check. Blind.
No, they can see how well you're healing. They can see how
I'll put
good
it
of a
in
job
chat
you're
if that's
doing.
easier.
Is usually, I'm sorry, the DC of the effect. Is that right?
DC the
probably.
effect that caused the bleed, and I would, if I can assist, I would. I don't know what I could do to assist, but
You have to give me something in game that you're doing to assist. I will allow you if you can come up with literally anything you're doing to help.
I feel like if Simone was like writhing around or something, I would like hold Simone
still.
steady.
And
You
we've
know,
already got
I'd
one
have-
person. Go ahead.
It'd be like that SpongeBob episode where he goes, "Don't touch me, I'm sterile," and I have like gloves on.
Get him on the table.
You're
Lie
like,
him
"Is he on
down.
the table?"
On the table.
So you guys pick up Simone, put him on the table, pin him down. Yeah, I will take that as an assist. Go ahead and roll a second one, Arthur. You're the one doing the medicine checks. That earns you advantage.
So Rowan's gonna see.
Save me. Oh my god.
Oh,
worse.
Go ahead, Ron.
Rowan's gonna see Arthur pull out his medicine kit, and he's like, "Oh, I have one of those too." And he's gonna pull out his healer's toolkit, and then he's gonna try to treat. Was it treat wounds?
Yeah, street wounds. Go ahead and make your own check with advantage. The help is help all around. So it's also helping you with your attempt in the method they've described. So just keep higher as the box you check.
And it's a
That's a public
medicine
roll.
check.
It's a medicine check and it's a public roll.
Okay. Well, I have so I'm also able to use nature instead of medicine because I have.
Oh fuck yeah!
So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, do that.
Eastern medicine.
It is Eastern medicine. He is from the East.
There
I'm
we
pretty
go.
sure.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. You are,
Heyo.
this is a fucking mess. Like you guys are floundering. You are able to get the bleeding stopped, but the bandages like continue to like they become bloody much faster than they should. So basically mechanically, guys, the way this is going to work is that until you can figure out what the fuck is going on and how to fix it, you're going to need to succeed on a heal check like this every hour that you have Simone with you, because this is a magical effect. So you're plugging the holes, but you're not fixing the cause, is kind of the way that's what's happening here. So Rowan stops the bleeding, and it'll stay stopped for the next hour. But he will start again until you guys can figure out what's going on.
I could just spell magic.
Yeah.
I can try that. See if that helps.
Put it in chat for me if you're going to try it. Behind the spell or effect, your counteract check becomes a mundane item of its type for 10 minutes. It doesn't change the item's non-magical effect. So, what's your target for the spell?
Simone.
Okay, great. You... I see blood magic. That's your bloodline. That's your like special wizard.
Yeah, this is one of my special wizardly spells.
Sorcererly
I don't
spells.
have to. Yeah, I just know this spell. It's just part of me,
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say to this. Go ahead. What happens when you hit the counteract button? I want to see in the game what happens when you hit the counteract button.
Okay.
I just want to see what the system
A
does.
counteract check.
A counteract check. Roll your counteract check.
This seems like a skill. Can I add my +1 bloodline?
Yes.
Is this a skill?
Yes, I'll give it to you in this instance.
Can I make that a public roll, or should it be
That is a
blind?
public roll. That is a public roll. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
People can see how good you are at magic.
Save me, A-Test. Save me.
31. Nice. You dispel magic on Simone. And as you do, you are able to stop the effect of the magic. Like the bleeding is already stopped, but Simone, the feeling of bleeding profusely kind of like diminishes. And you feel winded. I don't know if there is an exhaustion level thing in Pathfinder, but
fatigue. It's fatigue, and then
we are gonna give you fatigue. What does fatigue do? It's numbers, right? Is that just minus on your skills?
Let me see here. Fatigued is you're tired and can't summon much energy. You take a -1 status penalty to AC and saving throws.
Okay.
You can't use exploration actions while traveling.
I think fatigue
I can only
I think
recover.
fatigue 1 suffices. Yeah. So you're
Okay, cool.
so you are fatigued, but you are no longer bleeding.
There's also wounded too.
Nah, you're not
cool.
wounded. You're just fatigued.
All right, gotcha.
Dear brother, you.
So is Kythar still holding one of those weapons, the super sharp ones?
I never picked up a weapon.
Oh, I thought you came out with them, and because I thought A-Test like pricked his finger on one.
No, I think you went in there and touched one.
You went inside.
Oh, gotcha.
Curiosity.
So I'm gonna go over to the priestess.
No, hang on. Drink this first. It's a boba drink.
All right, I'm gonna take a drink of that, and because you said it has electrolytes in it, right?
It's the boba drink. This is the stuff that's got sugar and stuff.
It's the ale out of the barrel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you need to get your strength back.
So I'm gonna hold my bandage. You know, my arm's gonna be around my stomach. Like my face has like dried blood all over it, right? And then I'm gonna my leg is like limping as I like walk over to the priestess, and then I pull out my my crossbow and just shoot her in the head.
And she dies.
Oh wait. Hold on. As you pull out your crossbow, can I stay your hand for a moment? Galfast would say, hold on a second.
I'm like holding it super shakingly, and
I know.
look at him.
It's fucking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, wait. We should have cooler heads prevail, and then I'm gonna reach into my backpack and get my portable hole, David. And I'm gonna pop it open. What do I get?
You need to roll me a d6.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
You pop this thing open, and I'm sorry, are you putting it on the floor or on a wall somewhere?
On a wall.
You stick it on the wall, and the cave. Flood is not the right term, but water begins like a big faucet, just starts like pouring out of this fucking thing.
Would it be? Could I? What would it take for me to pop her in there and then close it?
Nothing. You could do that.
Yeah.
So you grab her and throw her into the hole.
The water.
You absolutely can't shoot her if you would like, Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna shoot her, but I'm still gonna shoot her.
Dead priestess in the hole.
Simone's pretty petty and vengeful when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you're now storing a corpse in your hole, Galfast.
Can we name your portable hole Keister? Say, what are you keistering?
Some gold in a dead body somewhere in the ether.
Leaving you guys standing here in the center.
All
right, cool. This is where we stop, right?
Yeah, park it.
Are you guys going to explore the rest of the cavern? Is my question. Oh, like ultimately, eventually, is that part of your plan?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna do a quick DM so I can leave you DM move so I can leave you on a fun cliffhanger, give you something to think about for the week. You guys make your way through, and this place, and you guys are able to like map the entirety of this place because you're able to walk through all of it. So, congratulations. You now know what is in the rest of this place. And the three things the three things you find of note are a large portcullis, which is like an iron gate. Like imagine like what's in a castle gatehouse, you know, the big metal bars.
Okay. Yeah.
They're in the down position, you know, and there's a huge hole with like spikes coming out of it, and there's like a platform built out over part of this. And like a big crane overreaching the top of it, but it is on the other side of the portcullis. You make your way farther back, and you find a bunch of cages, which have primarily kobolds in them. And down in the deepest part of the chamber, there is something that is obviously of some kind of religious significance, like a blood altar of sorts. But the most interesting thing of all of this, probably, is that any of you who are playing your original characters would recognize two of the kobolds in the cages as Yudi and her right hand, Nox's kobolds.
Oh, shit.
And that's where we're going to leave it.
And they're being held against their will, clearly.
They're imprisoned here.
How the turns have tabled.
And
awesome.
this is where we're going to leave it for the night, guys. Congratulations on clearing the hideout. Congratulations on not dying from a blood curse and saving your friend. And you know, I'm gonna leave this map just like this. You guys can come back to it at any point between now and next week. Look at stuff. Figure out if you want to ask me questions. The portcullis area is not immediately accessible, so if you guys want to get in there, we'll start next session with that kind of thing. But this is what you guys are finding, and interestingly, there are no other drow in the caverns.
Gotcha. Lying bitch.
But thank you guys so much for playing. And
awesome.
I gotta go fucking look at my toilet now, so that's not gonna be fun.
Yeah. Good luck with that, man.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Love and appreciate you all for powering through, going no break, and I will catch you guys next week.
See you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tools. Thanks, guys.
Night.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, guys. I don't know if anybody's there. I know you know what's up. I gotta go take care of some business. Peace out later.